Is this a good thing to start the podcast with?
Absolutely
Are
not.
you happy?
I'm happy.
I hope there's another new listener this episode and they just started to hit play. Whoa, God, I'm not listening to this
They made
podcast.
it 3 seconds into the podcast. I'm like, well, that one's not for me.
I don't know about that. Honey, what are you listening to? It's the monkey sex. Oh, God damn, no. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to...
Jump on wagon.
That was not enough time for me.
Jump
on
the
bat.
wagon. Hold on. Jump.
Hello? Dog?
Oh, there we go.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon.
Come on, give me the roo.
Give me the roo. Hey, what's this podcast about?
Jump on the Bat-Wagon.
Yeah. Anytime you want to stop making microphone sounds, this is where we watch through the entire DC animated universe from start to finish in a controversial airdate order.
I always
in
mess
the
up one
context of beginning to end. To experience the shows the way that human beings experienced them in the far gone days of the 1990s.
You are so good at that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brian here has never seen any of the DCAU besides what we've watched so far for this podcast. Brian. We're on episode 34 today.
You're James.
I'm James. I've seen all of this shit before, thousands of times. Today we're watching the episode of Batman the Animated Series called I Am the Knight. Your prediction before this would be Batman's origin story. Which, if you've been listening since the beginning, has been a running theme. Brian guessing that a lot of the time.
Yep.
And still never been 100% right so far. There's been little trickles of Batman's origin story.
And I'm taking those as victories because you got to take every victory you can get in these days. Am I right, millennials?
Preach it. This episode is the 49th produced episode and
that's
34th to air. Yes,
that's an unjump.
Unjump, get off the Bat-Wagon. Get the fuck out of here. This aired Monday, November 9th, 1992. We skipped Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on Fox. This was written by Michael Reeves, directed by Boyd Kirkland. We've had a lot of Boyd Kirkland.
Yeah,
all the Frank Powers went by, and now it's a lot of Frank Kirkland, a lot of Boyd Kirkland.
Boyd Franklin.
It's Boyd Franklin. Music by Michael McQuistion, and animation by Sunrise, the Cowboy Bebop people. Hell yeah!
Yes! Here I am flexing my talents as the yeller again.
Now you will need to have the most descriptive description of the plot synopsis when we're done, because I'm going to flash it at you. That's the full length of the synopsis, this entire page of a Google Doc. I don't know how they fit this on the TV Guide page.
So maybe I should just give the most brief synopsis.
Yeah. Batman
shows
story.
up and then the end happens.
And then he's done. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a heavy episode, I'll let you know.
How much does it weigh?
About 6 kgs.
How many stone?
How many feather do this weigh? What am heavier, Batman feather, Batman steel?
Stone. You know about stone?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I bet you're like 13 stone. 12 stone? 13 stone.
Is that a Irish weight measurement?
Something like that. No.
How many kidney stones I have? That's probably pretty accurate.
No. It's a weird, I think it's like 8 point something pounds to 1 stone.
Is there an average stone weight? Did they weigh all the stones on the planet and go, yep, they're always about this?
I bet it's like a hand, foot, like hand for horses, foot for feet.
Where does it cross over from pebble to stone, stone to boulder, boulder to mountain?
I don't know.
Is there in between boulder and mountain?
Boulder, mountain, probably like cliff or...
Should we watch I Am the Knight?
No, I think we should talk about stones.
Batman gets stoned in this episode.
Oh, let's go watch it.
There's a 420. Imagine those ascending instead of descending. Okay, here we go.
I chose this life. I used the night. I became the night. Sooner or later, I'll go down. It might be the Joker, or Two-Face, or just some punk who gets lucky. My decision. No regrets. But I can't let anyone else pay for my mistakes.
Jim Gordon's a cop, Bruce. He knows the risks.
How long before I let someone else I care about down? Leslie, Alfred, you. When all is said and done, how much good have I accomplished? They sell t-shirts of me. I've become a cliché, more good for the tourist trade than the streets.
This city would fall apart without you.
Maybe, maybe not. When you look too long into the abyss looks back through you. Maybe it's time for Batman to return to the night that spawned him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Hey, how's it going? I wasn't just belting out Prince of Egypt music before we sat down. Had nothing to do with the episode.
You were.
Oh, shit. You revealed the secret.
Aww.
Hi, Brian. Did you have a good time with I Am the Night? It wasn't Batman's origin story like you thought it was.
It was kinda. It was about 10%.
You're always stretching it. 10%.
Two
You put
roses.
some roses down, yeah.
At the place where his parents died when he was a kid, which led him to be Batman. He talks a lot about it.
He sure does.
Batman's origin story.
Origin Snorri. Tell me all about what actually happened in the majority of I Am the Night. Ready, go.
Well, I'm gonna give you a short synopsis.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you like one of those like, oh wow, that's a quick like TV guide synopsis.
Yeah, the one that you'll have to do when we go back through these and you tell me what happens in every episode.
Fuck. I hate that so much. I hate that more than running upstairs.
That's a reference to a thing we just filmed that'll be in the storyline finale.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a guy goes by the name of Jimmy the Jazz Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's a bad guy. He's really got it out for Commissioner Gordon.
For unknown reasons.
Yeah.
Because he just don't like coppas.
He like messed up one of his biggest score or whatever. Anyway, there's a police are like thinking they're getting a jump on him and his cronies, but it turns out it was a setup. Commissioner Commissioner Gordon ends up
Jordan Hill is the new police commissioner.
Yeah, well, he might as well be because Gordon got shot and put out of commission. He was in a hospital.
Out of commission, you say?
Oh,
commission.
God.
Gordon.
Bat jumping over that.
Bat jumping? Yeah.
Batman has a really bad time. He's blaming himself. He's like not eating or sleeping and just kind of moping around.
He's throwing all his computers off of cliffs.
He's throwing his computers off of cliffs. They're somehow not exploding.
Yeah, you'd think as soon as he touched them, they'd start on fire. Yeah.
Just presses a button. Raboosh.
I dropped a book on my computer.
Then the commissioner wakes up. Jimmy, the jazz man, tries to make another go on his life. Everyone's there to stop him. Commissioner wakes up, and happy ending. Batman finds out that he's worthy and people like him, and he tries to like strangle Seth Green for picking up his own suitcase.
That is the end of the episode. Yeah, he strangles actor Seth Green for picking up his own suitcase. Lay off, Batman! It's my suitcase. What the fuck? I'm Seth Green.
Do you want some background music for this? I feel like you'd be reading for a while.
Sure. Yeah, the TV guide synopsis is quite lengthy.
What kind of genre are we going for?
I don't know. I Am the Night genre.
Oh, what is that?
Get that closer to the mic, though. It's always really quiet.
Well, it's background music.
Yeah, but there you go.
But what, just like a dark kind of?
I don't know. On the anniversary of the death of Bruce's parents, Batman accompanies Dr. Leslie Tompkins to Crime Alley to deposit roses on the spot where they were gunned down. Batman expresses doubts about whether or not he should continue his one-man war against crime. Is it doing any good? Is he fooling himself? While in the alley, he rescues a teenaged street kid nicknamed Wizard from two thugs.
Seth Green.
Wizard is less than grateful, and Batman delivers him to a halfway house. Meanwhile, Commissioner Gordon, Bullock, and Montoya are on stakeout to arrest the Jazz Man, a gangster with a penchant for music and mayhem. Batman had promised to be there, and so Gordon delays the arrest until he can't wait any longer. Batman arrives to find a gun battle going on. He helps defeat the gangsters and arrest the Jazzman, but at a high cost. Gordon is severely wounded.
Well, that's two. Wait,
That's
sorry.
the first half. Batman is crushed by this. He feels it's his fault because he wasn't there on time. He decides to give up being the Dark Knight before any more of his friends are hurt through his neglect. Neither Alfred nor Dick can dissuade him. Meanwhile, the Jazzman manages to escape from jail and goes gunning for Gordon in the hospital. When Batman learns of this, he realizes he can't quit. There are still people who depend on him. He confronts the Jazzman in a drastic showdown in Gordon's hospital room, saving Gordon from being shot again. Afterward, Gordon comes out of his coma and tells Batman never to give up the fight. On his way home, Batman encounters Wizard at the bus station, and the teenager thanks the Dark Knight, telling him he's headed back home to his parents. Batman realizes that even one life saved is enough to continue his crusade against crime. And if you can end with a little Batman motif there. No. That's completely the.
Oh, what's Batman sound like? What's the key there?
All right, that's enough of that. What'd you think of I Am the Night, Brian? You gotta put your microphone back where it goes.
Yeah.
Straight up now, tell me, did you really like I Am the Night? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I liked it.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I was so good. Okay,
Watching
so
Cat
this
Scratch
morning,
Fever and then this.
This morning we watched Cat Scratch Fever,
Yeah.
and as I was talking, oh wow, Robert
Sterling.
Robert Sterling, the
Hey.
famous Robert Sterling. Y'all know Robert.
We met up with Robert in good old Big Bus, Oregon.
Big Bus, Oregon, and my train of thought just completely like.
And you were telling him about Catwalk.
Oh yeah. When we were
not
talking,
Catwalk.
we were
What the fuck?
Cat Scratch Fever.
Cat Scratch Fever. Telling him about how we did a runway modeling.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay.
But just going from like how bad that was, talking about how bad that was, and being amazed at how bad that was, to this, and like, dear God, sunrise.
Yeah.
Can they just do like the first shot of Batman? It was just like, oh yeah, it's
him
on.
sitting in his weird Batcave throne.
He's just sitting in a chair. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, the art is so good.
Yeah. Well, the first thing you said was as the camera's panning over to him in his chair, it was like shaky cam, like it was unintentional, like shifting of the animation cells as it was panning over, and you were like a little bit shaky there. But then, yeah, as soon as like Batman's just sitting there doing basically nothing, you're like, "Bring it, sunrise!" Yes, you're like so happy that it wasn't ACOM. Weirdly, there were some shots in Cat Scratch Fever of like Selena Kyle specifically that I thought were like very on model, like that looks exactly like the Selena Kyle model sheet kind of a deal.
Okay.
Versus this episode, while it is much better drawn than an ACOM episode, I feel like none of it looks exactly like how the show is like quote unquote supposed to look.
Like we were commenting
Yeah.
about how, or I was commenting anyway about how Bullock just looks like
He's
sharp
like,
and
Bullock looks
angrier.
badass,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah, like he's kind of an oaf, but in this he looked like he really meant business.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole everything is like more detailed than normal. More like there's I don't know, Batman's mask and eyes and stuff have like 7 extra little angles than they normally would. You can see like much
Extra
more of his
depth.
nose and stuff underneath the mask.
Yeah.
Wrinkles on people's faces and stuff like that. But none of it's like, ugh, what am I looking at? This is too much or something.
It's like just really
Yeah.
nicely stylized.
Yeah.
Sunrise. Press that yellow button. That's the one.
Yeah. Art's always really good in this episode.
Yeah.
The
Always, every
stories,
time.
Every time I see it,
As you said,
it's like it doesn't change.
That last shot, you're like, and one of the best scenes, or one of the best.
The shot of Batman standing in front, like silhouetted in front of the moon with his cape blowing. Yeah, I knew it was coming up. I'm like, and one of the best shots in the series, right there.
And it's a literal second.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
1 second long. It ends way too early. That whole last bit feels like they were running out of time in the episode or something.
I'm noticing that as a trend with this show.
Because especially like, so Gordon's fine, and then he's just like, "You are a hero, Jim." Cut. Like
Yeah.
there was like no lingering on that shot at all. And same thing with that. Yeah, the shot of him in front of the moon was like, okay, maybe if that slow motion gun battering moment was slightly less slow motion, you could have held on those two shots slightly longer or something. But that was also a pretty cool moment.
It seems
the
like
Matrix stuff going on.
Oh, it was great. That was super cool. And I feel like it's kind of a like maybe how long these episodes? Like 20 something minutes?
22-ish, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they episoded animated
Bobbity boobity. What's that word?
Too on par.
Yeah.
It seems like they created a 30-minute show and then edited it down.
Yeah.
You know, and they had all the good setup and everything like that. But yeah, it ended a little bit quickly. But
I was
good show,
pleasantly surprised that I see. So this is I told you like, oh, it's a very heavy episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it weighs 9 stones or whatever. And I was worried though that the whole scene where Batman's like freaking out and throwing his computers over and screaming at the sky and stuff, that was going to be something that you laughed at, because it is a little over the top.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly compared. Like, there's no real good way to make that kind of moment work, I think. Like, especially like you've got like Darth Vader no ring at the end of episode 3. Like, that's always really stupid. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a moment of a person doing a no at the sky that's not just like, ugh, why bad or whatever. But hey, listener, if you have an example from a movie or a show of someone doing that's actually good and emotional and you cry and stuff, like, tell me, because I'd like to watch it.
Did you do that in Virality?
No.
No.
No. But if I did, it was probably a joke on purpose, is the thing.
Maybe.
But anyway, yeah, just I was worried that you would be like laughing during that part or laughing during there was some other moment. Oh, just like the final gunfight with Jazzman in the hospital room. Mm-hmm. Like, all of it could have been taken as like kind of if like ACOM animated it.
Oh, it would have been
like,
terrible.
I'm just glad that it was a good sign that most of the episode you weren't saying anything. That you're like, you put your hood up, you had a dog on your lap, and you're just glued to the TV. And you're like, hell yeah.
I have my moments.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Sunrise and good story writing like gets it out of me.
Yeah. This was it Michael Reeves? Yeah, I think he's written some of the ones that we've put on the top 10. And yeah, it's just an overall like. Did you think Gordon was gonna die?
I wasn't certain.
Yeah,
I don't really know how death works in this show.
Yeah, I also like that his daughter Barbara is just there, no explanation. Batman's like, "Oh, hey, it's you. Nice to see you." Okay.
Yeah,
and I didn't think they were gonna say who she was, because this episode this isn't her first appearance in production order, but it is in air date order.
Oh God!
So I was thinking like,
I was a little confused as
Yeah.
to who it was, and you're like, yeah, they don't say it's her daughter.
yeah, I said like, by the way, that's Gordon's daughter, and you're like, oh, okay, because she walked on screen, you're like, Mary Jane, because it's the same like haircut and stuff, and then the next scene, she's like, I'm gonna go get some coffee, Dad, and I was like, oh, I could have just waited.
But that was sincerely, that was probably 15 minutes into the episode.
I think probably more than that, because I think that's
Maybe.
right before Jazzman sneaks in to
Oh,
start
you're
punching.
right.
Yeah,
So it was about 18 minutes, 20 minutes into the
something
episode.
like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but did she feel weird and out of place because you wasn't sure what was going on, or is it like, it doesn't matter?
I think they could have.
Hospital.
I think they could have explained who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't the. It didn't seem like the linchpin of the episode, so I wasn't too concerned about it.
Yeah. What did you think of the writing of all of the serious moments, like Dick and Batman in the Batcave talking about what it means to be a hero and all this stuff, and Shakespearean moments like that?
I guess it was a little hokey.
Yeah.
It had its points. Like, I mean, it had its place. And I thought it was cool that Robin's like, hey man, you told me like how to be a fucking hero and you're not doing it yourself. Well, guess what? I'm just going to buck up and do it because you're too much of an asshole.
And he says, no, Robin, this isn't your episode. This is my episode.
Yeah, just yeets him out of the episode.
Yeah, get out of here.
But no, I thought it was cool. And like, I think it showed a lot of depth for the characters.
Yeah.
Like, and by characters, I mean like all of them, like Robin just being like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go do it because that's the right thing to do. And then, you know, Bruce is like wallowing and stuff, which is not necessarily unwarranted, but also very human.
Yeah, and everyone had, like, Alfred, Dick, Bullock, everybody had their kind of, like, moment in the episode of how they're reacting to the situation, which I thought was cool because I feel like there's been other episodes that have tried to do heavy themes like Appointment in Crime Alley or It's Never Too Late and stuff like that, and it's just boring, and I just want it to be over, and I'm not convinced of anyone's actual stakes in anything that's happening.
Yeah, this felt very true to life.
I don't know if that's because it was Commissioner Gordon who got hurt or whatever, and that's why it's affecting
like there's
everyone.
Some consequence behind it. Or?
Yeah, instead of just like a person I just met that I don't give a shit about is about to die. Oh no or whatever.
Yeah, I had the like, maybe I should be prepared for him to be dying or whatever, but I didn't think he was gonna die.
Yeah. Oh well, you thinking that this was Batman's origin story. When you see the title card and there's a dead body on the ground, you just pointed at it and stared at me, and I'm like, who is that? And you're like, his dad. Like, where's his mom? Well, she's dead. I'm like, yeah, I know. But and I'm glad that they don't make it obvious who it is.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Probably not.
I don't think it's me. There's a car alarm going off. Anyway, I'm going to make sure that's not me.
I'm at entertain.
Okay. I'm going to cut all of that out.
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this is entertainment. So there's James tripping over a bag, scooting around the mic stand, and now it's just you and me, listener. So how's your day? And I guess actually in this instance, James is going to cut it out, and so it's going to be just James as the listener. So, hey, Jamie, how's your day? Did you have a good drive back from Big Bus? Was everything okay?
It's not my car.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Is it mine?
I started the alarm. Cast, okay? Cast?
Okay.
Kevin Conroy as Batman. Robert Costanzo as Detective Bullock.
Get up on the hybrid flag! Get up on the hybrid flag!
Oh, it's been so long since he said anything at all.
He showed up in some other episode
Like a
recently and
couple
didn't
times.
say anything.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he opened his mouth, said one word, you're like, fuck yeah. Like, he would get to do the thing.
About time, Bullock.
We got Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. as Alfred, Mary Devon as some lady. In the DVD end credits, she's credited as Marcy Devon.
Oh.
We got Brian George as Jazzman. He played Dr. V.M. Kuthrapali in The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, what?
He, what?
Okay.
Do you actually know that person? Okay. He played Professor Pig in Beware the Batman, Ki Adimundi in the Clone Wars animated series, Star Wars. He's the big penis head Jedi.
It means nothing
on
to
his
me.
head. Api Aliapsa in Green Lantern, the animated series. He plays Duff Killigan in Kim Possible and voiced Captain Barbossa in a ton of Pirates of the Caribbean games and extraneous shit I've written.
Cool.
Yeah. He will also be back as further voices. We have Melissa Gilbert as Barbara Gordon. She is perhaps best known as Laura Ingalls Wilder on the Little House on the Prairie 70s TV show.
Yeah, no real connection there.
Okay. Seth Green as Wizard.
Yeah.
Scott Evil, Austin Powers. Chris Griffin, Family Guy. Many and varied voices, Robot Chicken. Voice of Howard the Duck in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He plays a character named Daryl in How I Met Your Mother. And he taught Maddie how to use airdrop at a bar several years ago.
He was also in, oh my God,
What?
Party Monster.
Sure. He's in a lot of other stuff.
He is.
You know who Seth Green is. He was 18 when they recorded this episode.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Lauren Lester as Robin. Diana Muldour as Leslie Tompkins. Sal Viscuso as Monk. I don't know who Monk is. One of the gangsters, one of the guys in the alleyway. Not
Was it
sure.
one of the guys? Oh, was the guy in jail?
No, that's Spider Conway.
Oh, right. You said that. Damn it.
This guy, Sal Viscuso, played a character named Bobby Big Mouth in Lois and Clark. He is a PA announcer in MASH. and radio operator in Spaceballs.
Oh, you had me at Spaceballs, which is the last thing you said.
And then finally we have Carmen Zapata as Judge Vargas. Do you remember her appearing? She sentenced him to Stonegate in the episode.
Oh,
Judge Vargas, no!
so this is her only other appearance, right?
Yep.
Oh my God, no! It went by me because it was just such a like, inconsequential scene.
I thought about shouting Judge Vargas, but I wanted you to make sure you heard the sentence and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I
That was one of the bigger
hindsight.
casts that we've had.
Yeah,
in
there's a lot of
episodes,
talkies.
people. Yeah. Let's do some trivia.
Oh my God, give me the
Big
trivs.
trivs. When Batman says, "I'm Batman" to a thug in Batman 89, this was actually a line rewritten by Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. The original line was, "I am the Knight," the name of this episode.
Well, shoot.
The DCAU version, of course, likely more refers to the "I am vengeance, I am the Knight, I am Batman," I am the tiger, I believe in God, line from Nothing to Fear. When Dick says to Bruce, "Okay, then I'm going after him," Bruce is wearing a red robe, but in the next shot it changes to his usual brown suit, then changes back to the robe. I did not notice that.
I didn't notice either.
I was kind of looking for it, but I didn't.
Wait, at what point was that?
When Bruce is in his red robe in his study.
At his study, okay.
And Dick's like, "You taught me how to be a crime fighter, but you don't give up, and I'm leaving." I guess in the next shot he's wearing his suit, but I don't remember. The police dispatch mentions the corner of Adams and O'Neill, a reference to the comic book artist-writer team of Neil Adams and Denny O'Neill, who got the Batman character back to his darker roots in the early 1970s.
Yeehaw.
Upon seeing Gordon lying on the ground, Harvey Bullock gasps, "Oh my God," making it the second time the utterance is used in the series after Heart of Ice.
I didn't even notice.
He didn't say, "Oh my heaven."
Oh, I would have noticed if he said that, but I'm just like, oh, that's a normal thing for someone to say. Don't register that at all, Brian.
Oh my God. Yeah, whatever. During his sorrowful talk with Dick Grayson, just before throwing his mask into the chasm, Batman says, "When you look too long into the abyss looks back through you." This is a reference to Friedrich Nietzsche, though the actual proverb is, "He who fights with monsters might take care lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze for long into an abyss, the abyss gazes also into you."
Yeah. Do you say his name properly, or
I tried to just now.
yeah. Say like that's not the very Americanized Nietzsche.
I know. Yeah, I think I said Nietzsche. Just
Yeah.
now,
But I think it's more accurate.
Yeah, but I still didn't put any accent into
Nietzsche.
it. Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it
at all.
On the record.
Spider Conway makes his second and final appearance uncredited in Vendetta and voiced again uncredited by Lauren Lester here.
Shoot.
Robin's voice.
Yep.
Although I was listening for that, and I'm not convinced that
Really?
that's Lauren Lester. I don't know. And I feel
You
like
think
I
it's
can
Monk?
use- I think it's Monk. I think it's whatever that guy's name. This episode marks the first time actors present would go. Oh my God. Okay, this is one that I added.
Okay.
So years and years ago, we're watching some cartoon, me and Scott Steele, and we're looking up
Scotty,
people, Brian's friend and friend of Brian. We're looking up voice actors for whatever the thing was we're watching. I can't remember. And every single person that we looked up was in this show called Duckman Private Dick. And we're like, what in the fuck is this? Like, why is everyone in this show? It's some mid-90s animated series called Duckman Private Dick / Family Man.
Dickman Private Duck.
When I was looking up the cast of this episode, this is the first time that show has shown up on people's IMDb's.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly which actors were in it, but I just wrote, this episode marks the first time actors present would go on to do voices in Duckman Private Dick / Family Man, an animated series that ran from 1994 to 1997. A crass womanizing duck works as a private eye with his level-headed pig sidekick, all while raising a family as a single dad. Eric Duckman was voiced by Jason Alexander.
Sweet.
So I've never seen this cartoon or even heard about it other than whenever I look up voice actors, and like so many people have been in this show. So I'm just like almost convinced it's not a real thing. Like it's just like some joke that everybody has, but Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's all my trivs.
Good
I will
trivs.
mention, though, that there's several shots in this episode that have been turned into like memes or animated GIFs or whatever. The shot of Batman screaming at the sky, just on his knees, hands and fists in the air, screaming. We've used that on the channel like so many times if I'm mad about something. But then there's also just like in the bigger, the broader world of, social media and stuff, there's like Batman looking down at Gordon in the hospital, and he's got a very, very sad eyes.
Yeah.
That's been reused a bunch of times. And then also the shot at the very beginning where Batman is like, all I do, like, if I just don't know if it's worth it or whatever, and he's got his hand over his face.
Yeah.
And that's like a very reused face palm gif or whatever. It was like, oh my God.
Man, this episode is just swimming in lore.
It sure is. Swimming in lore. Yeah. I don't have anything else trivs to talk about. Let's talk about Batman's usefulness. Very useful in the slow-mo scene. He stopped Gordon from dying.
I think this is one of those episodes where he
But
started
he was
out pretty
extremely
useful.
unuseful when Gordon got
That's the
shot.
thing. He started out like pretty, like he was kind of being a little bitch, and then he like got more useful, and then he got super unuseful.
Yeah.
He wasn't even useful to Alfred or anything. And then he got very useful at the end again.
Yeah.
So averaging all that, he's probably like 4.
That's I was thinking 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for what?
4 2
Low.
roses out of 10.
We've been down that road.
Yeah. 4 Seth Green suitcases out of 10. I stole it from you.
Then I'll give it. Everything I'm coming up with is just like too literal.
Yeah.
Like 4 smoke bombs through the wind. It's like, but that's like exactly what happened.
4 dead Commissioner Gordons.
4 criminals sneaking out of jail in like
Laundry baskets.
out of 10.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. That was the most like Batman's. They make like T-shirts of me. I've become a cliche. That sneaking out of prison in a laundry basket is probably the most cliche thing that happened in the episode.
Yes, good point.
Yeah. What do we? Book or hip hop? Books or hip hop?
Books.
What'd you say? Books.
Yeah, this
But
is
a very
episode.
strong book with a good.
Oh, this is like something. This is like Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah. This isn't a Hardy Boys. This isn't a. That was what Cat in the Claw was. No, not Cat. God, too many cat scratch fever.
Oh God, that was
Cat's out of the bag. Cat got your tongue. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's almost harder to talk about the good ones because we can't riff off of like.
Yeah.
And this stupid ass thing happened. It's
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
it
Just a
spoke
little
to me.
more like heartfelt, kind of somber episode. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you? What's the next thing on our list?
What? Go to the future, I think.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, this is where we go to the future and talk to future James and Brian.
Since we've been to the future before to talk to future Brian and
Yeah.
James, we should go back to the future.
Da bum bum ba da da bum 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 ba da da bum 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 ba 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 da da ba ba ba. I'm riding a hoverboard. Ba da da ba 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 da da to.
Oh my God, he's actually on a hoverboard, you guys. There he goes.
Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. Okay, yeah, this is where we go in the future. Hey, everybody, it's the future, whatever we say, whatever we do here, go.
It'd be really cool if you could sing this whole one backwards.
Backwards?
Yep.
That yacht
All right.
had one
No.
small extra yacht. Put it on.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to well, yeah! I had to bring it back to formula.
Wow, you sure did.
Back to formula.
Back to the future.
Oh, I see. That's a
Is that
movie.
us? Wait.
I get to be Doc. You can be Marty.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, that's
Definitely
let's roll
should be
with
the
that.
opposite.
No, you said it. We're baking it in.
Definitely should be the opposite.
I mean,
You're
should it be?
You're either 40 or 80. I think it works pretty well with that character.
Pretty upset with that.
It's not like it's been a running gag the whole podcast or anything.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do running gags. That's not our style.
No, it's never. We've never done that, and we never will.
Nope.
We have some Yoppie mail from a few people. We got some mail, like email.
We got
electronic mail.
Oh, I thought we got like letters.
I did get a letter from a fan today. I'm not going to read it on this podcast, but I'll read it to you afterward.
Oh my God! Wait, why?
It's not weird or anything. It just has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Why didn't anybody send us letters?
I don't know, because they don't know a shipping address for us, and we don't have one.
I mean, I'll just give them my address.
Our shipping address is Small Red Wagon on the corner of Big Bus, Oregon. Big Bus, Oregon. 9 beep 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 beep. Okay, 69 Fidget Spinner Drive. If you want to send that, Big Bus, Oregon. We got an email from Tip Tapricot.
Yeah.
This is actually a voice message that they sent as an attachment. So let us listen to it. Okay.
Let's.
Would you like to?
I would like to.
Try to. Okay, here it is.
This is the Cots of the Week by me, the one and only listener, Tippin Colic, who forgot to comment last episode, so oopsies on that. But with how many comments there were, maybe that was for the best.
There were a lot of comments.
Yeah.
I'm still waving friendly to you guys from
Big Bus
listener land, where we all hang out in the mutual hive mind. Yeah, I don't know. Always a joy to have you guys on Fridays. Gives me something to look forward to. You're very goofy, very funny. I enjoy remembering Batman the Animated Series episodes that I totally forgot since I watched it for the first time.
Oh.
And if listener guests are ever a thing, which you are not obligated to do, but if they are, I would like to reserve my seat on the proverbial big bus for, a certain Batman Beyond episode that I said and then realized I shouldn't say because spoilers, so yeah. That is all, gentlemen. I hope you have and are having a fantastic day. Thank you.
Yeah, what is that about people just watching Batman episodes and immediately forgetting? I've never experienced anyone else doing this in my life.
Wait, why? Who does? I doesn't.
I did notice, Tip Tapricot, that you did not comment last time, and I was a little upset.
Whoopsies.
But, we can't always be on the podcast. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they were doing very worthy things.
Yeah.
School things, probably?
Probably. Things with apricots and tips.
The tip of an apricot.
Taps. Yeah.
What part of an app? Anyway.
What part of an app? You know what I mean?
Just what's the tip? The top?
The tip tap of an apricot.
Have you
What sound does an apricot make when you tip tap upon it?
Tip apricot.
I forgot to say that the subject line of that email was Cots of the Week, or I say, how do you do that?
Like a tisk?
TT. A lot in this, and hopefully this actually sends. The name of the subject. I assume that's what you mean.
I also I do like the idea of especially those folks who have been just writing in from the very beginning. Yeah. Basically everybody but guest. Dylan Pollock. It'd be cool to have
that would be preferable.
We got to figure out how to do special guest episodes and what the. I
feel like the problem is that the Batman is laying the foundation for everything here, but I feel like a lot of the episodes people would want to come on for to talk about that are oh my god, I love this episode, means so much to me, and I would love to talk about it for hours and hours.
Yeah,
are probably few and far between. Until we get to Justice League, maybe Batman Beyond, stuff like that. So I mean. It's not come to mind yet to figure out how to get people on, because I'm yeah, whatever. No one wants to talk about I Am the Knight. No,
I mean I do. Here I am.
Yeah, we're right in here.
Wait, is that what episode we're doing?
Yeah, that's the one we're in right now. We also have one email from Jay Ovia. The subject line is Dear Fund Beneficiary. This is the third time I am sending you this notification letter regarding your abandoned ATM MasterCard valued sum of $2.5 million.
Oh.
And I have not received any positive response from you or making a suggestion on how you wish to receive your ATM card.
Okay.
Once again, I am Jay Ovia, the new director ATM head of Operations Zenith Bank PLC. I resumed this office on the 7th of April 2022, and during my official... I don't know what that means. My official research, I discovered an abandoned ATM MasterCard valued sum of $2.5 million, belonging to you as the rightfully intimate beneficiary.
Yeah, I'm an intimate beneficiary. I mean,
also, go on. What
is there any such thing as a MasterCard ATM card? Do they make ATM cards from MasterCard?
Clearly, this one's loaded with $2.5 million.
Sick.
I tried to know why this card has not been released to you, but I was told by the union management that the former director ATM head of operation who left this office 4 months ago withheld your card for his own personal use without knowing that his evil plans toward diverting your fund will be discovered.
What?
I have to assume this was made by the Yacht Tower, you know what I'm saying? Alternatively, it can be arranged to ship to your address through any registered reliable courier service company that you will take care of the courier charge. Hope it is cleared and accepted by you. I don't know the courier cost of shipping the card to you, but if you permit me and accept the terms, then I can make an inquiry from the courier shipping company to find out the cost. But in that case, you will be required to forward to me your address where you want to receive the card to enable me find out the shipping cost to your location. Your direct telephone number and address will be needed, and more details of your ATM card payment, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and reply to this live on the podcast.
Yeah. So 1749.
Thank you so much. My address is 69, what did I say? Fidget Spinner
1749 Fidget Spinner Drive.
1749? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. Okay. Fidget Spinner Drive, Big Bus, not Big Bud phone, Big Bus, Oregon, 9 asterisk. Cheers. I'm going to sign this.
Jim
Jam and brother Broderick. And I'll follow up if they send us the 2.5 million. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think if they send us that, we need to split it between the listener.
Yeah, okay. If we get $2.5 million, we will split it with the listener.
Yeah.
Who is only Dylan Pollock. Let's go to the voice messages from anchor.fm/Bat-Wagon, so you can send in a voice message. This one is from Jordan Blumen. It says voices and stuff.
Hello, James and Brian and Dylan Pollock. I hope you're having a great day. Also, hi, Maddie. I'm glad you liked my message. You're great. Hey, Dylan. I don't think James and Brian can hear me, but you are also invited to be on my show anytime you want. Just reach out. Reach out with your feelings.
Is this part cutting out?
Join me.
Can you hear this,
and together
Brian?
we can rule the
I
galaxy.
can't hear
I don't hear
part
anything.
at all. I've got
the wrong low-voiced fandom. Speaking of voices, watching through some of these early Batman episodes alongside the podcast, I'm reminded that Kevin Conroy had a much breathier Batman voice early on, didn't he?
Yes.
He gets it a bit sharper and refined, growly as he goes on.
Does he?
Which voice do you prefer? The breathy Harvey, no, or an edgier talk, or get ready to eat through a straw? I prefer the sharper Batman. See you guys next week.
Talk or get ready to eat through a straw.
Yeah, this was something, I was going to bring this up when we got there, Jordan. But Jordan. How have we not done that yet? Anyway, Batman's voice, or Kevin Conroy's Batman voice, does get a little more gruff, I guess. And I've thought that, like, if we've ever gone, he's probably just figured out how to voice characters. This is what happened, I think.
What I'm gonna go with is, we've all been there. Just the look, hey, there's a time in your life where you're gonna start to notice some changes. Your voice is gonna get a little bit sharper and a little bit
ball
more
sack.
gruff.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah.
bodies go through changes. It's okay, Jordan. You don't have to worry about it.
I've thought about this before. If we ever like interview Kevin Conroy, is like I have to think of a nice way to ask him, like, "Hey, can you say this Batman line, but how you used to say Batman lines?" Like, I don't know how to, because there's definitely he does have that like the way he's talking right now. Whenever I've been impersonating him here on the podcast, it's in my throat.
Yeah. He's
But
got a bit more of that.
it will get a lot more. I'm Batman. Whenever I'm doing a Batman voice on the comic reading live streams that I do once a fucking year now, I do Batman's voice kind of like that, and I'm like, I didn't really think about. That's just because he eventually sounds more like that.
He just turns up like the Bullock knob or whatever.
Yeah, he just adds the get up on the Hydra's back meter. But yeah, that's something that we can talk about when we get to part of stuff where he's doing
Is it
that, okay?
one episode where he changes to that, or is it a gradual?
No, it's kind of. I feel like it's a little gradual,
Yeah.
but it will be like kind of suddenly noticeable.
I hope it's one
You'll see.
line where he starts off and he's trying to
at
figure
the
out
end
the
of it, yeah.
problems, and then he just gets real pissed, and it just stays that he coughs or something, and it just like sticks.
I feel like maybe it came from. There was definitely like these earlier episodes where he's like, and when I'm Bruce Wayne, I have this, I'm Bruce Wayne voice, like to differentiate. But then like eventually even that kind of goes away where he just sounds the same no matter whether he's Bruce Wayne or Batman.
Amazing.
And I think that was a purposeful like direction he was given. So maybe the Batman voice is different. For that, I don't know.
I don't know
Okay.
either.
We're talking about things that we haven't gotten to yet. All right.
I can't talk about those things. I don't know them.
This one's from Dylan Pollock. That thing Dylan sends in part 1.
Oh wait,
Okay.
is this a Harvey Birdman
Oh, I don't know.
callback
I don't know. Call back to nothing.
to Potamus?
It's time for the Thoughts of the Week from Dylan Pollock on I Am the Night, or that episode
Dylan
where Kevin
Potamus.
Conroy's Batman is even more emo than Robert Pattinson's. So, hey there, Jigglypuff and Bulbasaur. Credit to Wency209 on that one. Stole that directly from them. So, I just want to start by saying I so feel Batman when he just says, "I'm tired, Alfred." Haven't we all been there?
Yeah.
Also, I like Seth Green's character going, "The spare some change bit works every time." I actually made 6 figures myself last year doing the exact same thing. Also, how has the Jazzman not been adapted to live action? We really missed our chance of Luke Perry as the Jazzman, just saying, in a follow-up to Batman and Robin. Like, George Clooney's Batman could totally face off against Luke Perry's Jazzman. And I would watch that. Also, wait a second. We were talking about the Bat Belt last week. Did he fit those entire roses uncrushed into the belt? All right, I still have more thoughts by some chance, so there's going to be Thoughts of the Week, Part 2.
There's 2 parts now. I didn't think about, where was he keeping those roses for his dead parents?
You don't want to know.
In the bat trunks, the bat underpants.
The Bat dump trucks.
Okay, so my last thought here was, Batman really took his time stopping Robin from leaving the Batcave. Do you think after he put on the costume, he waited for the most dramatic time, right as Robin was starting up the motorcycle, to be like, "No, I'm going." And now it's time for James's favorite thing that I do, the question of the week. I know that he loves it.
Yes.
And I just want to say from last week, your fast food choices are greatly disappointing. What are you guys, healthy or trying to live or something? All right, so the question of the week is, if you punch yourself and it hurts, are you weak or are you strong? And for an actual more fun question, because, that's not actually that fun to have a discussion about. You guys use the Hey Arnold music all the time. What's your favorite Hey Arnold episode or character? For me, it's Oscar Kakashka, and the best moment ever with him is in the episode with the flood, when he gets thrown out of the boat and he's like, "Help me, Grandpa, I can't swim." So, your best Hey Arnold, guys. Take it away.
I also like Oscar Kakashka. I like the episode where he steals Arnold's radio. Do you remember this?
I'm sorry, I'm just having to dance along to this.
Yeah, oh yeah. Arnold! I like the episodes that start with this song.
Yeah. I think
I like the one where he was having playtime with too many sticks. He was running back and forth.
bringing it back. I think my favorite might be the one where they get the blizzard and like the whole town shuts down.
Yeah, I hate the snow.
Yeah, that one. That's a good one. I
hate
also
the rain and I
like
hate the sleep.
Stoop Kid for whatever reason. Like always really
He
resonated
never
with
leaves
me.
his stoop. Yeah.
Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop. It turns out. Also,
Yeah.
the previous question. Like I think you can be both. You can be strong and weak.
I forgot that was even a thing. The answer is yes,
Yes.
I would say. Yeah.
Dylan, yes.
Yeah. The answer is the Gotham McDonald's. Is that good enough for you, Dylan? You punch yourself, does it hurt? The Gotham McDonald's is my answer. Let's go to the comments on the YouTube. This is on the Podtower YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Podtower. On Cat Scratch Fever or Kiss Off, You Dumb Cluck, which Kimmy texted me. Let me see if I can find this real quick because it's relevant.
Oh.
Kimmy texted me, Dylan
The
Pollock,
famous, there we go.
said, I want a shirt that says Kiss Off, You Dumb Cluck, and I said, me too.
Yeah. Same.
Hey, Aaron, can you stop hitting things, please?
Hey, Aaron, can you produce a T-shirt that says "Kiss Off, You Dumb Cluck"
can
and
you
then
make a
distribute it to all
t-shirt?
of us?
He's one. I don't know if he can do that.
The loser.
We got comments. Scotty Cameron says, I believe the term Aaron's dad is looking for is incel. Yeah, a couple of people had described this. I was trying to figure out, I can't remember the situation even. Did you listen to the last episode yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, then you can't help me. I think they're right, though. I might have to rewatch this episode because I don't remember it being that bad. Maybe I've just had a blind spot for it since it was a Catwoman episode. I do remember thinking Batman shoving a goon into a trash can was funny, and that it was weird that Batman was shot at and the bullets formed a perfect circle around him on the ice. Was that ACOM being ACOM, or did Batman have plot armor? Also, you'd think after saving the city with Catwoman and escorting her in a limo after her day in court, Bruce would just tell Selina that he's Batman. Nope, I guess Bruce Timm decided to defy the source material and make Batman and Batgirl a thing. Thanks for that, Scotty
Batman
Cameron.
and Batgirl are a
Please
thing?
do not put spoilers in the comments.
Jamie,
you
don't read
fucking
them.
assholes. I can't read ahead.
Yes, you
When
can.
I think of DJs, I think of Mr. Hahn from Linkin Park, the band's turntable guy. Professor Milo is a villain from the comics. In fact, his next appearance is based on a comic. Let's see.
See, look at you reading ahead.
Yeah, I'm just.
Also,
I'm
we're
gonna
going to
start
talk
doing
about
that
Linkin
now.
Park? We going to talk about Meshuggah's new album? Oh, my God.
I have not heard it, so no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't even know they were producing music in this day.
Yeah. You think Meshuggah stops? Nuh-uh.
But sugar don't stop. Let's see. Scar Louie 1, I'm so excited for next episode, mainly for the get up on the Hydra's back, which I'm sure we did, but I don't remember. Anthony says, I rewatched this episode before listening to the podcast because I haven't seen it in years. That's what you're supposed to do. Thank you. Literally all that came to mind when I saw the title was the fact Selina was in court, and specifically the shot where Catwoman looked out the window at the dog chasing Batman, and I couldn't even remember what was chasing him. Upon rewatch, I found it to be an okay episode, nothing horrible, but not much good either. Cut to Brian screaming in hatred of this episode. Too long, didn't read one of the first episodes I had to rewatch to remember. 4 Three Stooges scientists out of 10 possible Three Stooges scientists. Kareem Mosman says, I Am the Night is in my top 10. I think it's the best one out of those more grounded crime episodes. It looks into Batman's psyche in an interesting way. Voice acting is phenomenal. It had great visuals. Also, it features a young Seth Green. What more could I ask? All very true.
Yeah, what more could you ask for?
You liked this one, right?
God, I think so.
It was a long time ago.
We're like over a month now.
Yeah.
Well over a month. We're pushing like 2 months.
It didn't help that we recorded a month and a half's worth of podcasts and then also had April Fools in the middle.
Yeah.
That pushed it another week. So I think we're on the last one now, though, that we haven't. We'll have to record an actual episode next week.
Yeah, I
But it's a
honestly
good
like
one.
at this point in time, previous me is good for it, but the now me is a little lost on this one. But yeah, I do. Yeah. It's cool hearing the listeners like comments about things like, oh, that's right, yeah, Batman's standing in the ice and the bullets make a. I remember us being a little bit fired up about that.
Yeah, that's what happened. I forgot.
Yeah.
Charles Motosierra says, James will not be satisfied until every human alive is part of this podcast's lore.
Yes.
Very true. Jose Morales, if these stoners would just put down the roach and pay a semblance of attention to the episode, they would already know that Danny Mann was the DJ playing on the transistor radio a worker at the fish market was listening to along the Gotham docks while Selina was walking by looking for ISIS. Bunch of yahoos.
Was that in your trivs?
No, it was like one of the voice actors, and I couldn't remember why like radio DJ. When was there a radio DJ?
Okay.
We've been high 0 of these episodes, so I'll just let you know that. I have been occasionally drinking whiskey during Yoppie Mail, but I'm not currently. I'm drinking water, okay? Leave me alone. Kevin Renke says, Brian's sheer joy of ACOM's cancellation was fantastic. I guess the only positive to this episode is that they successfully made the viewers feel as bad as Catwoman did. Though exhausted and nauseous isn't a great bar to set for your audience's experience. I Am the Night is my number 2 favorite BTAS episode. Batman's personal reflection and self-doubt is so deep for a cartoon, and I love the episode so much more than I did when I was a kid, obviously given its themes. LOL. Yes.
Brilliant.
Gilbert Godfrey. Oh, no, Scotty Cameron says, nice to see Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Godfrey says, nice to see. I'm not going to try to do it. Getting a rest in peace mention. He's going to be in Superman the Animated Series. That's very true.
Oh.
Kate. Hang on, let me swallow this rock here real quick. Ow, it hurts every time. Tastic says, I listened to this over 2 devices since my internet cut out, so I guess Brian's bet has a double chance of coming true.
Ooh.
I don't remember what it was.
Tell you what, I got a lot of bets going. I'm just excited for the fact that it's going to
I won one. Lanola Cola. Oh, God, I was not prepared for the barrage of puns and Catwoman panting for this episode. And hearing Brian just heal out of this episode and the animation make me hope you do a bottom 10 of the worst episodes for BTAS and the wider DCAU. And then I had commented, we are doing a bottom 10.
We are,
and they
yeah.
said, thanks for the reminder that you guys started the bottom 10. Yeah. Yeah, the bottom 10, and then also, dude, where's my Batmobile on the never watch again list.
Yeah.
Dylan Pollock, you bet your ass I'll be there for something in the future. Then I'll seize the podcast, annex it for Dylan, and the coup will be complete. Then I'll throw some scrap to the people. Let them be guests, and we'll address the listener as James and Brian, because they'll have been thrown off, banished to listen, but never to return, like Napoleonic fools. Perhaps I've said too much too soon. P.S. I just wish we'd gotten more ACOM episodes just to torture Brian. What can hold more items? Mary Poppins' bag, Batman's belt, or a standard fanny pack? The only case Batman could crack is a case of Malomars. What is that? You worldly traveled man?
I don't know.
Malomars? I don't know what that is, Dylan. Nobody knows what that is. Dick's out for Garth for those episodes not in the top or bottom in episode Purgatory. How did my fast food question turn into so many bleeps? Why must you curse about Oregon so much? LOL. Yeah, I don't know. It's because I don't know what a Malamar is. Okay.
Oh.
Can you tell me next time what that is?
I mean, I can look it up right now.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Batgirl Fangirl. I've been so looking forward to you covering I Am the Night, one of my personal favorites. I'm so glad they returned to this story on Batman The Adventures Continue. That was a recent comic. Great podcast as usual. Thank you, Brian, James, listener, and of course, Dylan. 5 stars and 5 garbage trucks.
You know, I haven't heard Dylan thanking the listener for all the love that he gets.
Yeah. Just...
Dylan, you should take a moment and just, address your fans.
Yeah, if you are us also. We are all Dylan Pollock. Aussie Dragoon, I can't believe they got title card wrong for this next episode. We all know how the saying goes. It should clearly be called I Believe in God. I hope someone got fired for that blunder. I mean, I Believe in Heaven, I think is the proper. I did that before. The Red Claws Tigers. I believe in heaven. I am Batman.
Yeah.
We just keep changing. Also, if we can just claim Yoppie episodes to guest on, I'll run unopposed on Cult of the Cat, mainly so I can talk about that henchwoman. She's so provocative yet so elusive. I question her existence like a whisper in the night. Was it really there at all? Do you understand my boggle, Dylan, Brahma, and the man most likely to be in Maddie's sidecar? Is that me?
What?
Am I man most likely to be in Maddie's sidecar? I don't quite understand. What's going on with the comment section this time? People just saying shit.
I think
you gotta have like a reason.
We're just far. Oh my God, Rain.
Yeah, I got heater on over here. I'm going to have to put some noise reduction on all of this.
This rain is actually showing up in the waveform.
Whoa.
Well,
I got one more comment, so then we'll be good.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's insane. That must have been hail. That was really loud.
It did dump like big hail balls here a few days ago.
Big hail.
Big hail balls.
Big hail,
that's
Oregon.
the name of the podcast. Wency209, this is the last comment. They say first. They actually said, the moment you said ACOM, I knew this was going to be a good one. Thank you for the laughs, Jigglypuff and Bulbasaur. There it is. There it is.
The OG.
Thanks for commenting, everybody.
Thanks for
I think
calling
we
me
should cut off
Bulbasaur.
yeah. I guess.
Did you think you
I
were
am
Bulbasaur?
I guess I'm Jigglypuff, huh?
Yeah,
It starts
you
with a
are.
J, doesn't it? Do I sing the song to make everyone go to sleep now?
Yeah, do it.
Jigglypuff, whatever, I can't remember. Jigglypuff.
No one wants to hear me
Rain
making those sounds.
No, I couldn't even.
Oh, good.
I think that's the end of the Yoppie Mail section. I think we need to go back to the future. And
I think we need to go back to the future.
Back to the future.
Back to the future.
We're going right back to the future. Back, future. Arnold. Let's see. A good Hey Arnold episode is the one with the Sewer King, right?
What?
That's the one where he has playtime with too many sticks. Okay, bye. We're back from the future. Not in the future. Not in the future anymore now. Hey,
We're back
everybody,
in
we're
the
back.
past.
We're back in the past.
And that's pretty
Samurai
cool. Time
Jack.
travel.
We didn't put it on the top 10. Did we put it on the top 10?
Jamie, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Do you want to put it on the top 10?
I am gonna. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to put it at number 1?
No.
You're gonna dethrone On Leather Wings?
No.
It's about time.
I'm gonna put it below the dream ones. So my top 10 in reverse. I've got Pretty Poison, Joker's Favor, Dreams in Darkness, Perchance to Dream, Eternal Youth, Beware the Grey Ghost, Heart of Ice, Two-Face Part 1, Feet of Clay Part 2, On Leather Wings. I'm going to get rid of Pretty Poison.
Bye.
I'm going to put this at the number 9.
Hello.
I am the Knight. I'm noticing, I'm not disagreeing with my list here, but I'm noticing that my top 2, at least, I think are a lot based on art.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I still think On Leather Wings is a good episode in
You're
general.
wrong.
I know. Sure. Whatever. But Feet of Clay Part 2, I definitely have on there mostly, I think, from the finale Clayface animations where he's just really well animated. Two-Face Part 1 is on there mostly for story, but that's also a pretty goodly animated episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think some of these are like, I'm coming to realize why I have some of these on there, because I think I Am the Night is a stronger story than most of these, but I'm putting it on the top 10 still. It's just not very high.
Well, that's the thing too, is like, it doesn't matter if you were solely like arranging your list by art, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still
like,
what I want to do.
yeah. So
are you
like,
going to put this on the top 10?
I'm not.
Okay.
Like,
why? What the hell's wrong with you?
The art's too good.
Well, also, you have the dream ones in your 9 and 10, and I don't think you probably want to bump any of those off right now.
No,
So.
this was a really strong episode, and like, yeah, man, like I felt it, and I thought it was really great, and it was absolutely beautiful. But it's not one that like,
yeah,
like there's like my top 5 anyway. I'm like, yeah, I want to rewatch those.
Yeah,
this one, like, yeah, I'd rewatch it. But that's the thing is like, I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'd rewatch it. It's fine, but not feeling really driven otherwise.
Yeah, I get you. I think there's going to be, I think we're starting to get into the territory now of like, we're going to have those couple more, dumb clucks or whatever she called Catwoman. But there'll just be a lot.
What was it? Not piss off.
Kiss off.
Kiss off.
Kiss off, you dumb cluck. Anyway, I think it's going to start to be harder now to like, ooh, is this better than these ones? I don't know. It's that kind of thing, at least for me. But yeah, that's this episode of the podcast, I guess. The next episode is Almost Got Him. 'IM. Almost Got Him. What do you think? What do you think it's about?
Is there a bad guy named M?
Is there a bad guy named Got Him? And he's almost?
Ash got him.
I don't know what that...
Ash
that's his name? got 'em all. Ketcha got 'em all.
Almost got him. What would that be? What could that pertain to?
I don't know. I just have no idea what this episode's
Got 'em.
about. Got him. That's what he said. D's nuts is what he says to Batman.
I'm stumped. Is it going to be really obvious, like when the title card comes up?
Nah, not really. But I'd like to watch it with you.
Almost got him. That's not a lot to got him on.
No. Just give me anything. Batman's origin story.
I don't know what's going to happen in the storyline, but I predict there's going to be food.
Okay.
Is that good enough prediction?
I'm trying to think if there is.
There better be.
There's beverage.
Oh, that's food-ish. That's as much. Beverage is as much food as this was Batman's origin story.
Is it food or Batman's origin story? Books or hip-hop? All right. Well, thanks, everybody, for listening. If you want to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of The Cat and the Claw Part 2, you can email us at podcast@watchtowerdatabase.com. Or you can send us a voice message.
You can send us a voice message.
Anchor.fm.
Anchor.fm.
Slash.
Pod.
No, Bat-Wagon. Pod. We got, somehow no one took Anchor.fm/pod. So we took... Anyway, send us a voice message. It's fun to hear your voices.
Yeah, we really enjoy that, especially when it talks about you doing your art and being so wholesome. Yeah. Oh my God.
I hope in one of the mails we've found out so far what you were drawing when you listen. I actually went to their YouTube channel, and there's really good art on there.
What?
So
Cooney Phoenix?
Yeah, Cooney Phoenix.
I got to go look at
check
that.
Check it out.
I'm going to go subscribe.
Okay.
To the pod. Wait, yes. Podtower.
You should subscribe to the Podtower at podtower.com/YouTube. YouTube.com/the Podtower. That's where new episodes of this podcast come out every Friday, as well as whatever you listen to podcasts on. It's probably there.
Sick. Wait.
I think so. Are you KUNI?
That's what
Phoenix.
I was going to ask.
PHOENIX.
Pahonix? The largest city in Arizona?
Connie Pahonix. Coming at you live from podtower.com/YouTube.
Sorry.
We're doing this live on the podcast. Brian is subscribing to Cooney Phoenix. I should do that too. Let's go there. Let's go there together.
Yeah, we're going.
Cooney Phoenix.
I'm the 89th subscriber.
I'm the 89th subscriber.
Nope.
No, I'm the 90th subscriber. I refreshed.
Hey,
we must have done it simultaneously.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Anyway.
Okay.
If there are 10 subscribers from 100 subscribers, everyone listening to this, go subscribe to Cooney Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay. Or else.
Okay, I'm going to have to delve
into this.
Or
else I'll grab you by the Seth Green.
By the
if
Seth
you know
Green
what I mean.
Suitcase.
Hey, this is my YouTube channel, actually, he says. Batman's like, give that YouTube channel back to whoever the owner is. I'm the owner of this YouTube channel. I'm Seth Green.
And I'm going home to MySpace.
I know how to use AirDrop, and now so does Maddie.
What a story.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. Almost got him.
Bye, listener.